Sup Minecrafters, SirRobHiFi here. I'm going to show you my seed in the latest snapshot. I was checking it out myself and I was thinking, you know what? I got very lucky finding a double blaze, and most people I've spoken to haven't yet found double blaze within range of each other. So I'm going to show my seed, and I checked out the nether to see if the nether has changed in the latest builds, and it looks like the overworld terrain generation has changed a lot over the different patches and updates, but the nether has remained the same, identical. So I'm going to quickly show you my, well, it doesn't matter which I pick, my seed here, which is 6400109419643320. Alright, that is the seed number. I'm not going to bother creating it. I've got one prepared which I'm going to load into, because I set up some portals and everything so I can show you this a lot quicker. And when you log into this seed, you will spawn in the woods and next to a tiger biome, unless you spawn it on large biomes. In the latest snapshots you have the option for large biomes, and then I think this area is a huge desert. So anyway, this is where you spawn in. Hit F3. You can no longer see the seed in single player as well as multiplayer. So there we are, +227, +257. Go into this portal. Say you built a portal right at the original spawn or thereabouts. You're going to come out in the nether, up on a shelf here at Y84, pretty high up. And the direction you want to head in, you can see this huge lava waterfall. We're going to head sort of in that direction, diagonally. We're going to X -130 and Z -180. So come straight diagonal over here, cut through this little gap here, and there's the stronghold. I'm going to dip down below this overhang into the stronghold here. When I originally found it, I came along this path and dug in. And what you find if you dig through is the path extends to here, a little T-junction. And to the left here, you've got a spawner, -147, -180. And around the corner here, you've got another one. Really close together, and it's spawned inside the nether brick here, and that's at -141, -193, I believe. Yeah. So there's your two spawners, very close to each other. If I just knock through above it here, give you an idea of how close they are together. There's one. The other one's right there. So this is where the center of my new base that I'm going to be working on is going to be, everything's going to be based around this double blaze spawner as the center. And if you build a portal right here, come out into the overworld, and to have an overworld base equivalent, you come up here pretty close to the surface, and you come up next to an ocean on that side, desert on this side. You've got extreme hills all over in this direction, bordering the ocean. Pretty epic. I had to fly around there. And so quick look over here. It's rendering. It's not a big ocean. You've got taiga and jungle in this corner here. some beach. Let's see, in this direction, I think it wraps around. More of the taiga, more desert. It wraps around, so it's a little inland ocean got here. Looking pretty nice. And also, so if you were going to set up something around here as your overworld base that's right smack bang level to the nether base, you might want, say, a village. Well, luckily there's a little one just over here alongside the jungle, just over the top of these trees here. Got a little village. There's not many buildings, but there is some villages. So if you're going to use this, you might want to get over here and protect them as quickly as possible. That is the village, and then way off in that direction there is a stronghold. But of course it's much quicker to travel via the nether. So I'm going to duck back down into the nether portal here. And if you want to find an end portal on your own, you can just go ahead and do that and avoid this spoiler coming up. But if you're watching this, I doubt you're that bothered. Oh, wrong hole. That was one I made before. This hole here. Okay. Alright. So back into the nether. I didn't look around on the ground for abandoned mine shafts, but there's almost certainly some right around there. Yeah, so we're back in the nether. And where was the way we came in from? Alright, so our spawn is off in that direction. So we're heading back sort of in the direction of the original spawn, following this pathway, and I'm on the X130 thereabouts still. So in line with the double blaze, and I put a portal down here to match up with the one in the overworld. We're at positive 30 for the Z axis. Let's jump in here. There we go. And go off to the end. So that's the setup. If you want to check it out, if you want to start a world with a double blaze spawner, it's not easy to find that. If you just start a random world hoping to find a blaze spawner, a double blaze spawner setup, you may never find it. So I'm thinking this seed, since I originally started and I got this seed completely randomly, has just, the overworld has just gotten better and better. And it's pretty hard to beat a double blaze spawner for XP, for AFK XP, because although I'm loving JL2579 Panda's XP farm based on Enderman, I do love it. It's very cool. I haven't made one myself, but I did have a go on theirs on the server, and as you may have seen, it requires you punching them to death, and you have to keep punching and punching and punching for about 5 minutes. But I gotta say, one of the downsides is once you click that long, you start getting a little bit of a pain in your forearm. So it's something like you can get to 50 really quickly, which is fantastic if you want a quick one, and I'll build something like it for that purpose. But it does tend to get a little bit painful. So I can't imagine sitting there and, you know, doing 3 or 4 level 50 enchants in a row. But here, if I ever want to, I've got in my main world, I can do some tree farming or grow some wheat or whatever, or I can farm some pigment or ghasts, magma cubes, and be in range of the spawners and fill up the spawners, fill up the trap, and then nuke them. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you again soon.